This notion of me without my body touches upon the profound philosophical question regarding consciousness and our identity as the body. The French philosopher Rene Descartes explains that our consciousness, which is the essence of the self, is independent of the body. According to this theory of substance dualism, your true identity resides in your mind, your consciousness, and theoretically, you could exist without a physical form which occupies space. No one doubts the existence of the physical world or the physical body. The act of doubting itself is proof of the existence of self-awareness or consciousness. The universal creator has infused the five senses into the five elements to produce this physical body, so we can see, hear, speak, touch and smell. But who is it who sees through my eyes and speaks through my mouth? That is the question. There is an incident in the life of Adi Shankaracharya where Lord Shiva appeared in front of him in the form of a Chandal or an outcast to test his wisdom. Shankara was on his way to the temple in Kashi, present-day Varanasi, along with his disciples. The lane was narrow, and from the opposite side came a dirty-looking Chandal, a man of low caste, with 4 dogs. When the Chandal came near, Shankara, in a moment of carelessness, said, "Gacha, gacha," which means, go away, don't come in my way." The Chandal stopped and asked Shankara, "Which one do you want to go away? Do you want this body, made up of food and is impure, to move away from another body, also made up of food and also impure? Or do you want consciousness to move away from consciousness?" Lord Shiva, in the form of the Chandal, wanted to test Shankara as to whether he still saw only the external visible difference or the oneness of the Atma in all. Shankara, on hearing the questions of the outcast, understood that these words were not of the Chandal, and he quickly realized that it was Lord Shiva himself, and it seems the 4 Vedas had come with him in the form of the 4 dogs. He immediately prostrated at the feet of the Chandal and accepted him as his guru, as he was able to see that he is not what he appears to be, but that he is part of the universal consciousness which is enshrined in each one of us, our true self. A dialogue continued between the 2 forms of Lord Shiva, Shankara and the Chandal. Lord Shiva conveys to the world the essential teachings of Vedanta. Is there a difference between the reflection of the sun in the waters of the Ganga and its reflection in the water in a ditch where outcasts live? Also, is there a difference between the space in a gold pot and that in a mud pot? Correct knowledge removes ignorance, and the removal of ignorance removes delusion that one is a Brahmin and the other is an outcast. The indwelling self, which is the ripple-free ocean of bliss and pure consciousness, is the same in all living beings. This physical body is yours, but it is not you. Your true self, consciousness, is not the property of the body, which is temporary and subject to change. When you see yourself without the body, you will realize that now there is no bondage to wealth or worldly possessions. There is no relations, no money or house. You reach your true self, which is formless, eternal, indestructible, all-pervading, and ever unchanging. Seeking fulfillment in the objects of the world or relationships is due to ignorance. These expectations are there because we are unaware of our own true nature, that you are Ananda Swarupa. A person whose mind has been aligned with this self is not a mere knower of Brahman, but Brahman itself. Knowing Brahman means knowing that one is Brahman and not the body-mind complex. He who attains this knowledge is Brahman itself. This is not the attainment of any new state. Everyone is in reality Brahman, even when he is in bondage and looks upon himself as a limited human being. You are the Supreme Self. So when you are the nature of infinite bliss, why run after objects of this material world? Contemplate on this. If you liked this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also leave a comment, sharing your thoughts.